48 teams, one World Cup, and somehow it's supposed to make sense. Here's the thing. For your entire life, the World Cup had 32 teams. Clean, simple, 8 groups, 4 teams each. Done. Then FIFA looked at that and said, what if we made it way bigger and slightly confusing? So in 2026, 48 teams show up. That's 50% more. And if you've ever tried to picture how that even fits together, you're not alone. So let me break the whole thing down, fast. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. And there's one rule near the end that genuinely breaks people's brains. Let's start with the obvious problem. 48 is an awkward number. You can't split it into 8 neat groups anymore. So FIFA had a choice. Option 1, 16 groups of 3 teams. Option 2, 12 groups of 4. They almost went with the 3-team groups. Almost. Then they remembered what happens when only 3 teams play each other. The final 2 games matter so much that teams can basically agree on a result that sends them both through. You know the type. A convenient little 0-0 draw that knocks out the team that already went home. FIFA called it a risk of collusion. Everyone else called it cheating with extra steps. So they scrapped it. Which leaves us with the format we actually got. 12 groups, 4 teams in each. Do the math. 12 times 4. And yes, that's 48. Every team plays the other 3 in its group. Win, lose, or draw. 3 points for a win. 1 for a draw. Nothing for a loss. Same scoring you already know. This part didn't change at all. They just bolted on more of it. Here's where it gets interesting. In the old World Cup, the top 2 from each group went through. Simple. Top 2 you advance, everyone else flies home. And in 2026 that's still true. Top 2 from all 12 groups move on. That's 24 teams right there. But 24 is another awkward number for a knockout bracket. You need a power of 2. 16, 32, 64. 24 is none of those. So FIFA needed 8 more teams to make the math work. And this is the part that breaks people. Those 8 extra spots go to the best third-place teams. Yeah, third place. In this World Cup, you can finish third in your group and still survive. Now stop and think about how weird that is. In the old format, third place meant pack your bags. In 2026, third place might mean you're in the round of 32. But not all third-place teams get in. There are 12 groups, so 12 teams finish third. Only the 8 best of them advance. The other 4 go home. So finishing third becomes its own mini-competition, and you're not even competing against the teams in your own group anymore. You're competing against strangers in 11 other groups you never played. In theory, it's about rewarding strong teams stuck in tough groups. In practice, it means a team can lose a game, finish third, and still keep dreaming. Wild. Add it up. 12 group winners, 12 runners-up, 8 lucky third-placers. 12 plus 12 plus 8 equals 32. And that gives us a brand new round that has literally never existed in World Cup history. The round of 32. For your whole life, it started at the round of 16. Now there's a whole extra layer underneath it. 32 teams, 16 matches, win or you're gone. From here, it's the knockout football you already understand. Round of 32, then 16, then quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final. No more second chances. One bad day and it's over. So what does all this actually cost in games? The old World Cup had 64 matches. This one has 104. That's 40 extra matches of football crammed into one summer across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. More games, more teams, and way more chances for some tiny nation nobody expected to go on a run and ruin a giant's entire month. Honestly, that's the best part. So back to where we started. 48 teams, 1 World Cup, and it does make sense. 12 groups of 4, the top 2 plus the 8 best third-place teams, all funneling into a new round of 32 and then straight knockout to the end. Here's the one sentence to remember. It's the same World Cup you always knew, just wider at the bottom and meaner at the top. The real question is whether bigger actually means better, or whether we just signed up for 104 games to find out. My bet? Somebody finishes third, sneaks in, and goes further than anyone has any right to. If this finally made the new format click, subscribe. We break down the confusing stuff in sports so you can just enjoy the game. See you in the next one.